lost track of them after Daddy died, you know.
Well, you know,
Mother lived 11 years beyond Daddy.
So was it just 11 years then, huh? Huh?
And
Huh?
I doubt if those girls ever came. I don't know if they ever came to see her or anything, you know. Wish I had more memory, and my memory's getting worse, I can tell.
That's all right. You're doing fine. But again, oh, geez, Mom.
And then there was Uncle Joe, you know, he was another brother.
This is Grandpa's.
Of the girls, you know.
Grandpa Ed's brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. Joe, and there was another one, Charlie.
Charlie, he lived here, you know, down by Glenmont.
Oh, okay. And they were all farmers? They had farms?
They were farmers. The boys also worked in the rubber factories, though.
Oh, in Akron.
Of those two Levy brothers.
Oh.
So they both farmed and worked, so they always seemed very prosperous.
Really? Whose farm did we go mushroom hunting on?
That's Uncle Charlie's, I think.
And that where
down
was?
Near Glenmont, Ohio.
Really, Mom? Could you get us down there?
I think so.
Tell you what, I'll tell you what. This month we'll do it.
Okay, that'd be fun.
Oh,
I wonder if I could find it. Couldn't Deb's here.
Beth.
Ann. But then Ann probably wouldn't know it all, would she?
Well, you know there'll be records. They're county records.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I remember that mushroom hunting. That was fun. Yeah. Huh.
Well,
huh.
That still goes awfully fast.
But you know what? I guess if you really could see a day at a time, if you really could remember every day, it's been a full, rich life, Mom. But
That's right.
Right.
Well, all in all, my adult life has been very happy. I've probably made some terrible errors, but marrying Daddy wasn't one of them. I often think, well, one thing I really regret, and I don't know why, I wish I had gotten more formal education.
Oh, darling.
Because I sure loved it.
But Mother, you've read, you've learned.
I know. I wish I'd finished and gotten my degree, but I wouldn't have gotten Daddy if I'd done that.
There you go, sweetie. We make difficult choices.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he was worth everything. Because I'm not easy to live with. I don't know where I'd ever found another man I wouldn't have killed.
What made Dad so easy, do you think?
He was so sweet and loving and kindly that you couldn't be anything but loving and kindly back.
Oh, wait, you're saying that any other man you've known, you would have had to get him in line?
Yeah, absolutely. Also, Daddy was smart.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and I really respected that. And I respected that always more than anything. He had a good mind, I proved.
Yeah. Oh, sweetie. Oh, honey. Oh, honey.
Now, I surely have told you about Bob coming home one day. He had taken, gone to Chicago and taken tests by some psychologist.
Yeah.
And then later, he was called back to Chicago to be interviewed about those tests. You know?
Yeah.
I've told you this story. He came home and he told me, he was kind of embarrassed about it. And he said when he walked into the room, the man stood up, came around the desk, and grabbed his hand and shook it, and he said, "I've been waiting to meet you." Because he says you have the highest IQ in the Stone Container Corporation. Daddy was pleased.
Oh, my.
But I think, too, it almost scared him because he thought he hadn't done much with it. I knew it. I wasn't surprised.
Really, Mom?
Oh, Daddy had such a good mind. Much better than mine, really.
Oh, please. And you know you were the brightest one in nurses training. Didn't Sister Edith Ann or Mary who somebody...
Oh, she's so mad at me.
Because?
I quit. She told those girls up there that if any of them came to that wedding, she'd kick them out of school. My classmates. Well, she was afraid they'd all run off and get married.
Mother, did none of them come to your wedding? Holy...
I didn't even ask them. Oh, I didn't ask anybody. I had a very private wedding.
All right, sweetheart.
It was only about 20 of us on total.
Okay. But
even Ann didn't get to go. Mother wouldn't let her come. She's still mad. Yeah. She brought up to me every time she sees me. I don't have any control of Mother. Mother said, "We're not taking Ann. She misbehaves."
Was it true?
I think she was kind of an ornery kid.
Mother, that's unbelievable.
What they did with her. I never did find out what they did with her. Oh, we were at the wedding. And then after the wedding, down to that Mrs. Zimmerman's, Mother had a breakfast for us, a wedding breakfast.
Yeah.
And the wedding party went down there and had breakfast. They served us, you know, this nice little dining room in an ordinary home. She was a woman who catered that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I don't know what happened to Ann during that, too, because I think Mother was afraid to have Ann come to that breakfast.
Wait a minute. How old would Ann have been? How old was Ann?
I'm thinking.
Yeah, that was 40.
2.
And Ann would have been born in, oh boy.
When was Ann?
I don't know, sweetie. She's 12 years older than Keith, and Keith was born in 43, and I have no math skills, so you're going to have to take it from there.
Now, wait a minute.
12 from 43 is...
31.
I can't see it.
30.
12 from 43.
31.
So she was... So
she was born 31.
And you were married in...
42.
So 42 from 31 from 42. She was 12? Have I got that? And Grandma wouldn't let her go, and she was...
11. Wasn't that awful? I was thinking she was younger than that. But if she was born in
31
in 1942, she was 11 years old.
What was Grandma thinking? Oh, she was a character, wasn't she, Mom?
My mother?
Yeah.
Yes, she was.
God bless.
Well, by the time she was 72, she was mad as a hatter. You think about it, the poor soul. But Kathy, she was so worrisome all her life. She just worried herself into a corner.
Aw, and that's so sad.
Isn't that sad?
Sweetheart.
I know, and she was good mother, you know. She loved us all, but my gosh, she was... But Aunt Marie and Aunt Lena didn't go crazy.
It's interesting, isn't it? God bless her.
Aunt Marie was just as lucid up to the time she died.
That's right. And she was like 87,
7,
yeah. Oh, well, God bless, dear
Poor
Grandma.
Mom.
Yeah, God bless
But
her.
I think maybe her relationship with Daddy had something to do with it, because they just, you know, he was so difficult for her.
Yeah, it couldn't have helped.
Hmm.
Yeah, God bless her.
Isn't the human race pathetic? Honest to God.
It goes both ways, Mom. It can be so beautiful,
I know.
at its most tenderest and most caring and loving. And then there can be a lot of pain. And that's why we cherish each other
Mm-hmm.
and happiness.
Yeah, it's
I understand.
strange.
Sweetie. Yeah. Boy, it's been nice having you here.
Mm-hmm.
It's been so nice having you here, Mom. We'll get
Oh.
together a lot more
Thank you.
now that our lives are calming down here a little bit.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm curious to wonder. I wonder a lot how much more time I have. You know, you have a lot when you're going to be 86 at Christmas.
Yes, you can. I says you can.
You think so?
Yeah, I think we're going to get you at least
Well,
another.
I don't want to live to be a burden
Sweetheart, you'll never be
or
that.
to have to go to a rest home.
Don't you be worrying yourself.
I'm not. I really
All
don't.
right.
Oh, I'm just going to keep healthy as possible.
That's right. That's why.
And I do very fine living alone, really.
Oh, I know you do, sweetheart. You do very well. I know you do. You have a lot of happiness in that sweet little house.
Mm-hmm.
That pretty view out there. It's very pretty.
Sure have.
Yeah. Yep. Too bad we forgot your garage door opener, though.
Oh, God. Oh.
That's
I had planned to take it.
Well, I know you had, sweetheart.
Uh-huh.
It's no
I
big
thought-
deal.
I just locked this door.
We'll get in.
Oh, didn't I take it? Are you sure it isn't in your car?
I'm not sure anything.
Because didn't I come out through the garage?
No, I think you...
Oh,
Uh,
the thing was I had to leave the door open for Kate.
Ah, that's right. There it is.
So she was going to,
That's what it
lock.
was. That's what it was. We were leaving the door open, so you came through an open, unlocked door, and you didn't have to come out through the garage.
But I was going to and take the garage door with me so that I could lock the door,
Exactly.
unlock the door when I got home. I had already thought about that.
See?
I had a plan.
See? But so what? We're doing fine. Don't be taking any kind of bad trip on this because, you know, those of us with much younger minds do things like lock ourselves out of our cars.
I never was really very
What?
lucid in some ways.
You mean kind of like an absent-minded professor?
Exactly.
That's right,
Exactly
sweetheart.
right.
Yeah, get a big
Exactly.
pass.
I gotta go get my 90 on.
Okay, love. This has been fun. And Mother, for the sake of pure and open disclosure, I have to tell you that I've taped most of our conversation tonight.
Oh, you devil.
Oh, I know. And it was wonderful. Thank you, sweetheart. It was wonderful. You took us on a long trip. And I pray to God I did this right. Please, it was so wonderful. And I will share it with you, I promise, next time we're together.
I'll embarrass myself to death.
No, it was darling. It's everything about you, Mom. Merry, bright. You've got it all, kiddo. And I'd like to think you passed it on to a lot of your kids.
Oh, I've got smart kids, I know that. Well, how could they help it?
And you're ornery. That's probably your greatest quality is you're ornery.
Right.
Oh, sweetie.
Your dad appreciated that too, which always surprised me because
What?
he wasn't.
Well, that's why he appreciated it.
Oh, I
Well, sure.
oh. Oh, I shouldn't miss him yet.
Oh, honey.
I have the, Joe, who is such a devout human being, and I envy her that. I do.
know, sweetheart.
And I don't know, I said something about, I hope when I get to heaven that, something about Bob and I have the opportunity to, spend the rest of eternity together or something like that. And, oh, no. She thinks that heaven is just being in the presence of God, and that's what it is. And then I said to her, well, how come Christ said to to the thief on the cross that I will see you this day in paradise.
Good for you, sweetheart.
Uh-huh.
Good for you.
And I don't know what her reply was. I'm sure she had some sassy things.
And I'll bet you were sassy right back. You're not to be outsassed, Mom.
I can remember my father told me one time I was the sassiest kid he ever hoped to have.
I didn't know that.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you never told us that.
Oh, yeah. I was a sassy little kid.
I didn't know that.
But my mother said to me one time, because I would, boy, you know, when he would attack her verbally, I mean, you know, about anything and it'd be cruel to her, I would stand up for her and sass Daddy.
Really, Mom?
And she said to me, Ruth, I don't know what I'd do without you. She said Bob would never say a thing.
Is that right?
Well, I couldn't keep my mouth shut.